1110 KBND Radio News time is 5:05. And a very good Wednesday evening. I'm Dave Adams. Let's go to the news center. Check in with Kelly Blyer.
Good evening. Our top story, Bend police are now calling the Monday fire at the ODOT Tech Center arson. They also have a suspect. 20-year-old Preston Jacob Berman was contacted by Bend police at the Bethlehem Inn where he is staying. Berman has been taken to St. Charles Medical Center for mental health evaluation. Bend Police Lieutenant Ben Gregory says the fire investigation has been concluded and that investigators used evidence at the scene along with interviews to determine a suspect. A statement from the police department says there were multiple ignition points in the building. ODOT's Peter Murphy says ODOT workers felt something was suspicious due to the numerous hot spots inside the tech center.
You feel like a victim, and it's important to get past that and understand what happened and move on. And so, we look for closure. We're not there yet. But, as we move forward with this investigative process, hopefully we will get some kind of closure and then move on.
Police say Berman acted alone and is not associated with anyone from ODOT. The charges Berman is facing include arson, burglary, and criminal mischief. The 20-year-old transient living at the Bethlehem Inn is the lone suspect of that fire at the ODOT Tech Center. The shelter's Chris Kluert says that staff members at the inn recognized that the 20-year-old Preston Jacob Berman had mental health issues when he showed up early this week and were keeping an eye on him.
Would that have happened whether he was here or not? Probably, just given my little bit of knowledge I have of this individual. The fact that he had been therefore a resident at the inn and we had all kinds of information on it were immediately to point to the police to say this is a person of interest, I think that speaks volumes for having people not be loose in the community.
Kluert says mental health issues occur at all levels of society, and Bend residents should not be afraid of the homeless or transient members of the population. University of Oregon running back LaMichael James has been arrested for assaulting his 22-year-old girlfriend. Springfield Police Sergeant Tom Birchers says that the incident happened at James' apartments in Springfield, where the two got into an altercation. He says he grabbed her around the neck.
Another point, she was pushed to the ground. As a result, she sustained an abrasion, and she reported pain to her neck.
James was arrested and charged with assault, menacing, and strangulation. The housing downturn has drastically reduced the Deschutes County Community Development Department. The department administers building and land use permits. Administrative Supervisor Lori Furlong has worked for the department for 22 years but has never seen layoffs like this.
We had somewhere around 80 employees a year and a half ago or so, and we're down to around 40, I think, right now.
The most recent fourth round of layoffs means the Community Development Department in Redmond will be reduced to 1 day a week. The Redmond office will only be open on Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. They are fighting against the arrogance in Salem. Tea Party members attending a rally earlier this week say the legislature thinks they're a smart Democrat-controlled operation in the country right now because they passed Measures 66 and 67.
That we're still here and we don't care that they snuck that one by us. We're going to continue to fight against tax increases and increases of taxes on businesses in this state. We don't want more businesses to leave. At that rally, a union member from the state of Oregon walked up in front of all of us and gave the whole crowd the finger and then walked away.
John Carrig with the Tea Party says that is the prevailing sentiment in Salem. He adds that the organization is working on looking for strong conservative candidates to run against any Democrat incumbent when they come up for re-election. Not having a job to come home to is one of the biggest concerns Oregon Guard troops have as they look forward to coming home.
I think out of our squadron alone of about 675 soldiers that actually reside in Oregon, a little over 300 of them have stated they're going back to no job. It's really kind of a very depressing thing to see that kind of number.
John Ruskowski is a primary staff officer with the 1st of the 82nd Cavalry out of Bend. His advice to the troops, look at retooling with more education. While it is a concern, Ruskowski says when troops are on patrol, they are totally focused on the task at hand and staying alert for IEDs and insurgents. For more details on these stories, go to yournews.com. I'm Kelly Blyer, 1110 KBND Radio News.